They're so cute, fluffy, funny-looking, and clumsy on land. But the secret life of penguins is truly impressive. They're tenacious fighters in the water, excellent parents, and loving partners. And it's all happening right under our noses in the wild landscapes of Antarctica. Hey, it's me, and this is my channel. Grab your warmest coat and join me for a look at the most amazing secrets of the lives of penguins. The continent of Antarctica is very cold, isolated, and inhospitable. It's covered with ice, snow, and permanently frozen soil. But even such harsh conditions can't stop nature from thriving here. It's home to millions of birds that spend almost all of their lives at sea, but return to land to breed. These are penguins. There are about 20 species of these flightless birds living today, and they all belong to the genus Phenacidae. The largest penguin species is the emperor penguin. They are real giants among other penguins, reaching up to 5 feet in height and weighing over 100 pounds. Their thick layer of subcutaneous fat protects them from the cold, allowing them to stay in the water for hours and dive to depths of 1,700 feet. Adelie penguins are smaller, reaching only about 2 feet in height and weighing up to 5 pounds. But despite their small size, they're fearless when it comes to defending themselves against predators like leopard seals. They also have striking black and white markings that make them easily recognizable. Among the most unusual penguins are rockhopper penguins. At a height of 1.5 feet and weighing about 6 pounds, they're intermediate in size. But what makes them truly unique is their appearance. Their heads are adorned with long yellow feathers that form a kind of crest, giving them a rather comical look. Additionally, these penguins have bright orange legs and feet, which helps camouflage them while standing on volcanic rocks. Each species has its own distinct habitat, but all of them prefer coastal areas with plenty of fish and other marine life to eat. When spring arrives in Antarctica, penguins engage in elaborate courtship rituals to attract mates. Males perform special dances, bowing and posturing to show off their best qualities. Females watch carefully, assessing the fitness of their potential partners. Once a couple is formed, it's usually for life. Although in some species, if the female loses her partner, she may find a new one. Building a nest is not part of the penguin lifestyle. Instead, males and females take turns sitting on the egg to incubate it. This responsibility is shared equally between partners, and the male usually takes over the duty from the female after the egg is laid. Incubation lasts from 34 to 70 days, depending on the species. And both parents participate in feeding the chicks once they hatch. Newborn chicks are fed regurgitated fish and krill, and both parents share the duty of feeding and taking care of the chicks. Penguins are monogamous creatures and typically mate for life. If one partner dies, the surviving penguin will either raise the chick or chicks on its own or find a new mate. In rare cases, same-sex penguin couples raise chicks together. For example, at the Berlin Zoo, 2 female rockhoppers successfully incubated and hatched eggs and raised a chick together. But let's be honest, most of us don't associate penguins with athleticism. However, in the wild, these birds are true acrobats and champions of underwater swimming. Have you seen how quickly and deftly penguins move in the water? Their wings, adapted for swimming, enable them to reach speeds of up to 22 miles per hour and dive to incredible depths of 1,700 feet. While swimming, penguins use their wings as paddles, propelling themselves effortlessly through the water. Their streamlined bodies reduce resistance, allowing them to maintain high speeds. Underwater vision is crucial for penguins, and they possess excellent eyesight adapted for hunting prey and detecting predators. Their eyes are protected by a transparent membrane that shields them from injury while diving. Penguins can dive for up to 40 minutes and swim up to 60 miles on a single breath. When pursuing prey, they swim just below the surface, swiftly overtaking their unsuspecting victims. Thanks to their torpedo-like shape, penguins can effortlessly glide through the water, maneuvering with ease and surprising agility. Even when pursued by dangerous predators like leopard seals, penguins demonstrate remarkable swimming skills, managing to evade their powerful jaws. Swimming and diving are not the only things penguins are super good at. They can also gather together in huge flocks numbering in the thousands. Such gatherings serve several purposes. First, penguins can protect themselves from predators in larger groups. There's safety in numbers. Secondly, being in a flock helps penguins search for food more efficiently. By following each other, they can locate feeding grounds faster and increase their chances of finding enough food. Finally, huddling together allows penguins to endure the harsh weather conditions of Antarctica, sheltering each other from wind and snow. Huddling in dense groups, penguins take turns resting, while others keep watch and rotate positions to avoid exhaustion. Some penguins, such as the emperor penguins, huddle together during blizzards, forming tight groups to shield the most vulnerable members, such as eggs and chicks. During blizzards, penguins huddle together, forming tight groups to shield the most vulnerable members, such as eggs and chicks. They take turns facing the harsh weather conditions, rotating positions to avoid exhaustion and hypothermia. In the barren landscapes of Antarctica, there's always a risk of encountering predators. Penguins have evolved to defend themselves against many threats. To protect their eggs and chicks, penguins form tight defensive circles, forming a barrier between their young and potential predators. Adults take turns facing the outside world, keeping watch for danger and rotating positions to rest. The unity and selflessness of penguins in these situations are truly remarkable. They bravely sacrifice their own needs, taking turns enduring hunger, cold and fatigue to ensure the safety of their offspring. Seeing these birds united in their struggle for survival is awe-inspiring. Penguins must also deal with another threat posed by the harsh environment: hunger. During breeding season, penguins fast, dedicating themselves to caring for their eggs and chicks. They suffer from hunger, but it's a necessary sacrifice for the continuation of their species. When the chicks grow up and learn to swim, they begin to feed independently, venturing out into the vast ocean in search of fish and krill. The cycle continues, ensuring the survival and prosperity of the penguin population. It might seem like penguins are doing well despite all the challenges. However, the warming climate poses a serious threat to their existence. Rising temperatures lead to a decrease in the number of fish, which penguins feed on. As a result, penguins face hunger and starvation, affecting their health and survival. Furthermore, melting glaciers and rising sea levels destroy penguin habitats on land. This forces them to relocate and compete for new nesting sites with other bird species. Climate change also increases the frequency and severity of extreme weather events, such as storms and floods, which can wipe out entire penguin colonies. For instance, in 2017, a storm on Bounty Island destroyed around 10,000 penguin nests, killing countless eggs and chicks. But not everything is so gloomy. There are organizations actively involved in protecting endangered penguin species and their habitats. For example, the National Aquarium in Zooseminar Bight Mid-Oceania runs a program to protect penguins in the wild. One of their recent projects involved releasing 4,000 rockhoppers on South Georgia Island. These penguins were bred in captivity after their wild counterparts experienced a significant decline due to overfishing and habitat loss. The National Aquarium in Zooseminar Bight Mid-Oceania also works to reduce plastic waste in the ocean, which poses a serious threat to marine life, including penguins. Plastic bags, bottles, and other debris often end up in the stomachs of marine animals, causing them injury or death. The organization's initiatives aim to raise public awareness about the issue and encourage individuals to reduce their plastic consumption. What do you think? What else could we do to help the penguins? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. See you later.